Hello, and this is Jennifer Contact, and I'm going to talk to you about my research proposal on ADHD and free time. So let's go on the introduction. Recess, for many students in elementary school, is the best part of their day, a time for free thought and exercise, socializing with their friends, and creating imaginative games. While this time only lasts from 15 to 20 minutes every day, the benefits can be seen as students return to their work with renewed focus and interest. When recess is not available, students are, most of the time, left to their own devices inside the classroom. The proposed research outlined in this presentation will reveal the experiences of students who some say need recess the most, those with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. So some background on this. The number of principals reporting one-on-one computer assignment in their schools doubled between 2015 and 2017 and is expected to continue to rise. Elementary schools are using tablets and laptops for a variety of activities, including collaboration, creating poetry, online learning, and educational games. While the time spent staring at screens is increasing, it seems that free, physically active times are decreasing. The benefits of outdoor recess have been well documented and include higher motivation rates and renewed focus. Technology use in the classroom has been shown to have similar benefits. Most students show higher instance of recall with the highly stimulating format. School classroom policy is inclusive, and students with many disabilities are expected to work side by side with those students who have regular learning styles. Children with ADHD tend to be more active during class time, showing poor impulse control, an inability to sit still for long periods of time, running and climbing at inappropriate times, and a lack of focus. The reaction of children with ADHD to on-screen games has shown that there is an increase in self-regulation and concentration that occurs with screen time, where these important abilities are normally lacking in other activities. Screen time can take the form of videos, television, smartphones, game systems, and computers. This difference in reaction may cause issues during appointed times of physical activity, as well as a difference that appears when physical recess is not possible. Many gaps in recess and technology literature exist, primarily in studying how daily classroom routine interruption affects students with ADHD, as well as the effects of increased use of technology in the classroom on this group. Also exists a lack of research into a comparison of the benefits of between physical recess time or recess and free time spent on technology. Recently, the governor of Georgia vetoed a bill requiring recess every day for elementary schools, and many school systems allow in-class recess time, which is typically spent on one-on-one computer use rather than physical activity. My problem statement. Recess is provided by elementary schools to allow for a time of mental rest from work, which is essential for young children. If indoor recess does not allow mental rest, students may show a decline in learning on task behavior. This issue may affect the behavior of students with ADHD more than others. My purpose statement. The present study is designed to examine the attitudes, beliefs, experiences, and perceived needs of third-grade students with ADHD who have experienced recess or free time in the following forms: one-on-one computer use, indoor recess with physical activity, and outdoor recess. Now we come to research. Research objectives are to bring light to the essence of technology use for recess as experienced by children with ADHD, to promote further research into the residual benefits and concerns of technology use in the classroom, to provide understanding of how children with ADHD view recess and the use of technologies. The questions are: what importance do children with ADHD give to technological free time during the school day, and why? What importance do children with ADHD give to the physical free time during the school day, and why? What do children with ADHD feel when they are not allowed recess? What do children with ADHD feel when they are not allowed to use individual technology? Now we move on to the conceptual framework. This study will use the framework of self-control cache theory for its foundation. This theory states that self-control is more a collected energy source or cache which depletes over an extended amount of time. Through the framework of this theory, self-control is expended by students throughout the day, becoming exhausted after a certain amount of time. This depletion results in an increase of unwanted impulses, which leads to a decrease in schoolwork motivation and focus. Recess is a form of mental rest, which allows students to return to mid-morning levels of self-control. It is thought the choice of students with ADHD will provide stronger evidence for a difference between physical recess and technology-centered recess, in that these students are more likely to lose self-control and also more stimulated by technological devices, which provide an animated form of learning. The phenomenological approach used in this study focuses on the researcher on discovering shared themes reported by individual children with ADHD. It will examine the many commonalities between their individual experiences to reveal the essence of using technology and replacing recess with it. By interviewing a group that experiences the same event or phenomenon, it is possible to derive a more exact understanding of what it is to be a child with ADHD that experiences both forms of recess. Methodology. Phenomenological qualitative methods design will be implemented for this study, relying on student self-supporting and researcher observation for data. Interviews will be conducted on 5 to 10 third-grade students that have been diagnosed with ADHD and are currently enrolled in public elementary school. Informed consent by parents will be procured. The interviews will last approximately 15 minutes for each student and be couched in a hypothetical situation to encourage participation. They will be told by the researcher to imagine that an alien from outer space has come to visit them and has never seen a laptop computer, and that they've never been to an earthling school. The students will be asked to bring their laptops and to demonstrate their use during the interview, which is another method of encouraging children to engage with the researcher. Data collection measures. There's two, the interview and observation. The interview process will be conducted individually and recorded via computer for visual and audio data. Extra questions may be asked during the interview to establish rapport. The interviews will take place in a quiet room provided by the school. Video data will be analyzed for recurring answers, body language, and the use of the laptop. The researcher will take notes after each interview. Observation. The researcher will observe recess activities on at least 2 occasions, a rainy day with indoor recess and a normal day with outdoor recess. For each student participant, the researcher will observe recess activities on at least 2 occasions, a rainy day with indoor recess and a normal day with outdoor recess. Notes will be made regarding behaviors of the interviewed students during observation. The notes will be examined for recurring behaviors and situational differences, and categories will be created for possible interaction and themes. Data from both sources, interview and observation, will be compared for similarities and differences. The interview questions are, remember this is, the children are supposed to be telling an alien that has never seen these things before, what is fun to learn about in school? Tell me about this, point to the laptop. What do you use it for in school? The laptop. Show me what you like to do on it in school. The laptop. What happens if you can't use it in school? The laptop. Note that prompts may be used to encourage participation and establish rapport during the interview. Potential impact. The importance of physical activity and focus to ADHD children could be the difference between success and failure for their school careers and beyond. Many undiagnosed students do not find help due to low socioeconomic status or cultural stigma, but still need the appropriate curricula to thrive. The research proposed may promote further research into recess policies in public schools, and the increasing need to balance screen time with physical activity is both timely and important to examine how student perceptions of the use of technology for recess and the use of physical activity differ in ADHD population. Thank you very much, and that is my study.